obviously got the bike sorted out. Paul, like us, has got to get back on the late ferry tonight to ride in the Jim Cole Spectacular at Wimborne tomorrow afternoon. So a hectic dash back to England for Paul to ride in that meeting tomorrow. If he keeps the machine going, he should be there or thereabouts, obviously, with Anthony Bougourd, Mitch Godden and Vince Kinchin. These are the ones we should be looking for in this second heat. Vince Kinchin, who apparently is going to have to come out in his spare bike, so not the best of starts for Vince Kinchin. He's on 2 minutes for the opening heat to come out on his spare machine. Towards the pits, and obviously major problems there for Vince Kinchin, and it would be a great shame if Vince would have missed his opening ride, because he is very capable of taking this event this afternoon when he is on top form. He's one of the outstanding performers not only in England, on the continent, in Germany, Holland and France as well. So a bit of disappointment there for Vince Kinchin, rider number 18. Looks like we're going to go without him for this second heat. I'll say kindly sponsored by Wheelers. Vince Kinchin is just coming out. I wonder whether he has possibly borrowed a machine to come out for this second race. Looks like he's coming out of Anthony Bougourd's bike. That'll give us two number 2s for race number 2. So they come into line then for this second heat of the Condor Suntrack Championship. Stephen Taylor run on the outside, Vince Kinchin won from the outside, Anthony Bougourd on the inside, Nick Mallett next to him, then Stephen Taylor. Going into that top corner for the first on this Godden. He looked like Bougourd got the second place. Somebody's taken really wide. Stephen Taylor, Birchie Adrian, the Cedar over on that far side of Vince Kinchin. Went that corner in 5th place. He's worked his way through into the second place position. Stephen Taylor right down the waves after really being tucking on that first corner. Mitch Godden showing what he is, and somebody's dropped him while holding that second place. It's Vince Kinchin has dropped him while holding second place. Nick Mallett has now gone through into that second place position. Rider number 1 who holds the 3rd place position with 6. Darren Clarke in 4. Stephen Taylor's got going again. He's back in 5th place. Yellow flag to let as Vince Kinchin push the machine onto the middle of the track, but it's Mitch Godden with a tremendous lead now as they complete lap number 2 then. Godden looks for waiting to see where the opposition is. We look back, we think it may well still be number 58, Nick Mallett, who holds that 2nd place position. Rider number 1, Cohu, who holds the 3rd place with number 6. Darren Clarke in 4th place. Stephen Taylor is in 5, and Mitch Godden about almost possibly lapping Stephen Taylor now as Stephen Taylor completes that lap. Mitch Godden races the leader onto the last lap there. Well clear, slight wheelie for Mitch Godden. He's clear then from Nick Mallett, still holding that 2nd place. But Cohu holds the 3rd place position. Down the back straight then goes your race leader, who is Mitch Godden. Spray coming up from the back wheel. Comes off that pitch corner down the back straight. He's on the shoulder now of Stephen Taylor as they hurtle into that bottom bend for the part-time impressive action for Mitch Godden and his opening ride here this afternoon. It's rider number 9, Mitch Godden, that gets the winning ride. We're looking for number 58, Nick Mallett, to come across the line in 2nd place. Do a Cohu comes across the line in third. Darren Clarke should be the fourth place finisher. Result then of heat number 2, sponsored by Wheeler's Development, to win for number 9, Mitch Godden. Second, number 58, Nick Mallett. And third, number 1, Anthony Bougourd. 6 and 1, 2, 3. Then for race number 3, can I say, kindly sponsored by the Sofa Shop. Daniel Winterton always goes well here at the Sand Track Racing. Simon Cohu. Out in this one, there's Rowland, Bryan, David Cleal, John Weeks, Mike Clarke and Robert T. Those are the riders then for heat number 3. Coming into line then for race number 3. Away they go with Simon Cohu, racing a good start with number 16, Mike Clarke, with Daniel Winterton amazingly finding himself at the back of Simon Cleal. He's going down the back straight for the first time. Looks like Clarke has gone through into second place, and Winterton's worked his way through into fourth place. They go in the back straight for the first time. Clarke now takes it, running at the front with Cohu in second place. Winterton has worked his way through into that third place position. Coming off that wet corner there, Cohu again trying to get right round the outside, but Clarke holds him and on the inside, and Cohu in second place. Winterton up that dreadful start, comes through into third. Cleal has gone through into the fourth place position. Number 23, Bryan holds the fifth spot. That's the top 5 as they go to the back straight once again. It's still Clarke who leads it, and Cohu in second, Winterton in third. That's the lead in 3. They move into that top bend once again. The spray again coming up from the back wheels as they complete lap 2 then. It's Clarke who leads it, and Cohu in second. It's still Winterton holding the third place position. Number 8, Sealers in 4. John Weeks is up to 5, but again Bryan to 6. With number 62 holding that 7th place spot. That's Les Rowland in 7. That's the top 7 as the leader Clarke into that top bend once again. Cohu trying to close the gap in second. Winterton can make no impression in third. These 3 a long way clear of the 4th place rider. Lost that tag out there. Clarke leading and Cohu in second. It's Winterton in third. And followed by number 8 in 4, Seal in 4th. John Weeks is in 5. Pillow is in 6th position. That's the top 6. With number 17 now gone through in the 7th place. That's Robert T in 7th place. We look at the leader at that top corner for the one more time. It's Mike Clarke who is still the race leader as they cross the line. Mike Clarke wins it from Simon Cohu. Gets the 2nd place. Daniel Winterton comes across the line in 3rd. The rider holding the 4th place looks like he's got machine problems on that last corner, so a change of position for 4th place on the very last lap. And it's number 23, Bryan that comes through into 4th place. 17 comes across the line in 5th, and 62 in 6th. So we've also lost John Weeks on that last lap. Oh, John Weeks looks like he's pushing it home there. It's a long, hard push from that. Is it John Weeks? Can't quite see the number thing here. No, it isn't. I don't think it's John Weeks. It looks like number 8 that's pushing in there. So John Weeks obviously must have lost it somewhere on that 3rd lap. And it is number 8 who is pushing across the line. That's David Cleal who comes across the line. Long, hard push for that top corner to pick up the points there in race number 3. Result then of that heat sponsored by the Sofa Shop. A win for number 16, that's Mike Clarke. Second, number 60, Simon Cohu. And third, number 21, Daniel Winterton. 23, 17, 62, and number 8. Over my colleague then for the next set of races.
Thanks Colin, and good heat win there for Mousy. Not bad after first started racing 35 years ago on the beach. Still got it. Okay, juniors, cadets and autos coming in now for their race. Yeah. youngsters coming out. There are prizes for them today. The autos, cadets and the juniors are going to have a presentation, and there will be 500s at the bottom of the slip afterwards. So two classes mixed in here. Racing out there today, so they're all going to race together, but the results will be counted separately. So we've got Anthony Bougourd on the 22 bike, who is the race leader. That's on the whole shot KTM 65cc. So he's out in front for a good lead. He's got over, looks like it's number 7, Dean Chandler, all the way from Alderney. So Dean's dad Wayne and Dean have a hand in building this bike. I asked his dad a couple of meetings ago and he said, yeah, of course he helps, he's keen. So he's down there in that second position. It's a home built machine for Dean Chandler from Alderney. Flies backwards and forwards for every meeting. Good second place for him at the moment. And then we've got 159 Bradley Matthews, that's a 65 KTM, and he's down there giving it a good run as well. So we've got little Josh Lambourne on the 50cc KTM, really is absolutely loving it. They got a shortened course for the juniors because it's been a long way round for them, but Frankie Bougourd does racing in France, goes grass tracking and motocrossing in France, so getting quite a bit of experience he is, and down on the beach as well. Good lead, here he comes through the line for the last lap flag, just about lapping the two Rive brothers, still having their battle. There's Ricky Lee in front of Billy Reese Rive at the moment, both of them on the way that skips Honda, only 70cc bikes those two, and they all go through the checkered flag as Bradley Matthews finishes the race as well. So that was a win for Frankie Bougourd in 22. Like I say, we're counting points for their championship, and there'll be a presentation for them at the end of the meeting. So unfortunately we may only have two. We are actually got 3 on the entry list. We've got 167 Mark King on the 250 Bodyline Honda, and Phil Fairbush on the Honda CR 250. Actually seem to be missing John Damwell at the moment, but they do actually have to, they paid their entry, they're having their own race, but they're not in the Condor Ferries Championship. Well, Mark King on this 250 has worried the 500s before when he's raced with them, and he is actually leading obviously the 250 Championship in his own right, but he's also finished 2nd and 3rd in some of the scratch races with the bigger bikes. So these are basically motocross bikes, scramblers, motocross bikes, and you'll see them in action up at Plymouth throughout the motocross season. So Mark King with the Bodyline Honda in the lead at the moment, trying to ride it like a 500. Now Mark's also been down here in racing cars and saloon cars before, and now he's taken it to bikes, so why not? Phil Fairbush not that far behind him on the number 7. Phil not so much experience with this number 7 bike, just made a return to racing last year after quite a long time off the beach. Hopefully we'll see John Damwell out in one of the later races. One lap to go for Mark King. Now, unlike the sliders that you've seen out the racing for the Condor Ferry Sundays Championship, these have got gears and brakes, and so they can actually slow them down far easier than the 500s can. At the moment, Mark King into the Richmond end of the course for the last time, coming up for the checkered flag. Beautiful angle of Lee on that box, he keeps it in the cones, and a good win there in the end for Mark King in 167. Paul Fairbush finished the race, he's going to be in second place obviously. And coming up next, we have the cars. Also in this class we have 31 Ben Batties with the Z-Bird, and Ian Robert with the Kawasaki ZZR, and Trevor LePage with the Allison Kawasaki. All those last three are basically grass track chassis with ZZR engines in them, and you can expect to see the smallest cars probably beating the bigger ones. Saloon cars as well got their own championship, production up to 1400 and 1600 and over. And there will be some battles amongst those as well. Look out for the number 15 car of Eric Chomp, the Honda Civic. It's only a 1400cc, but he has finished second overall in the Saloon Car Championship before, so he's definitely one to watch. I'm just getting the marshals sorted out on both the corners, and we've got the green light for the car start. 45 Nigel Ozan is also around there as well, and the cars away now, led by Ben Batty with the front on. Ben goes through in the race lead from number 1. The Saloon car start off slightly separately, just so that the racing car's obviously being fast. Now Ben's had a lot of trouble with this Z-Bird over the last few meetings, so it's really hope he has got it sorted out. Onto the top straight, being chased by the Dual Charger of Ozzy Ozan. Z-Bird swinging on from at the moment. Okay, that number 1 is sounding all right, healthy actually. Coming up next is number 7, which is Kieran with the modified PA here. Used to be a Kenny Thompson car from Jersey. Now imported over here for the first time, used by Kieran. Best of the Saloon cars at the moment is Carl Wobridge, only his second ever meeting with the 2-litre Granada, and he's in that race lead at the moment. From the 33 car, which I suspect is going to be Roger King at the wheel of that one, though I'm not entirely certain. And next up is the man who's leading the championship at the moment. He's got the third in the number 18. So Carl is the best of the Saloons at the moment. Back in second place with Ozzy in the lead in the number 1 with the Dual Charger 3.5 supercharged engine. This is a lap out, he's got it running on some now. And back east is in second. Third in the modified class is Cleal with the V8 in. And the battle's going on for third place in the racing car. It's Rowland in 88. Page a little bit further back in the 93. So back to the Saloon cars as Carl Wobridge in 202, the Formula Staffording car is out in front. Connor Ferguson gives us a real hassle in that 18 Honda Civic, and his 1600cc Honda Civic. So he's watching the lines on that 202. And the back straight they go into the slip corner for the next time round. And Cohu is making inroads into that lead of Carl Wobridge, trying to go right round the outside with the Civic. Now he might do the cut back, except he's got a single seater in the way, so that plan won't work. But he's holding position on the outside. He definitely loves that outside line more so than Carl Wobridge does. See if that lead changes throughout the course of the race. Still single seaters running as they roll, and Ozzy now a good lead of the whole length of the lap straight over in number 1. The ex-John Fossey car from Jersey. And Cutler third. Doesn't look like he's going to make that first run. He's going to through the cars in slow trial. As we've got a slow block coming down on our back straight, 77. Coming to a halt just on the back straight, but the overall race leader comes around to take the checkered flag. It's Ozzy Ozan in the number 1 machine, takes the checkered flag with the Dulon Charger. Personal Sucos not that far behind him. That's Carl Warbridge 202. And really that's I think Roger King who ruled that one. Still second place away from Geographer just on Bryan. Right, just to set the record straight for that one, in second place it was Nigel Ozan in Roger King's Prelude, and that 33 was Nigel Ozan at the wheel, that one. Thanks for that. Right, I'll hand back to Colin, and we're going to have Heat 4 of the Condor Ferries Sundays Championship coming next.
So looking with the pit sim of the bikes to come out for race 4, sponsored by S&D Groundworks Limited. Queripal picked up a second place in his first ride. Adrian Cutler, Nick Mallett also got a second place in his first heading. Mike Clarke went very well indeed. He won in fact heat number 3. Stephen Taylor got shoved down on that first corner, and number 60 Simon Cohu also got a second place in his ride. So first outing, so a very competitive heat number 4, sponsored by S&D Groundworks Limited. Should be a real quick heat with Queripal getting a second place in his, Nick Mallett a second in his, Simon Coyu got a second place, Mike Clarke won his opening ride. So 4 quick men out in this race number 4. Stephen Taylor will be in need of points after being shoved out on that first corner of this first race, so he'll be desperate for points in race number 4. Going for speed around the outside. Stephen Taylor's dive on the outside as well. 3 abreast going into that top corner. They sort themselves on the exit on that top corner, and Simon Coyle's gone around the outside of Andy Coyle on the second place for Stephen Taylor, holding the third place to go into the top men for the first time. It's still Mike Clarke then with the advantage. They're 2 abreast for second place, and Stephen Taylor's turned it round in a very big way. He's facing the wrong way at the moment. All orders get past him. Clarke leading from Coyle in second. Queripal holds the third place. Martyn in 4, Coyle in 5, Cutler in 6, leaders in 7. That's the 7 as they stream down the back straight once again then. It's still Clarke with the advantage. Coyle trying to close the gap there in that second place position. These 3 pulling away for Anthony Queripal, who holds the third place spot. He's now coming under pressure for Nick Mallett, who holds the 4th place position. They complete that one, and it's Clarke who leads. Looking back to see Coyle still there holding that second place. Queripal holds the 3rd, and problems for Nick Mallett will hold in the 4th place. He's going out with the 6th bike while holding 4th place. So Bill Coyle goes through into that 4th spot. Peters is now moved up to 5, so he's already lost 2 riders in this heat then as they go into that top corner once again. It's still Clarke with the advantage. Coyle trying to close the gap in second. These 2 pulling well clear of the 3rd place rider. They move on to lap 4 this time then. Clarke looking at 2 and 2 in these heats, and Coyle holding that second place. It's still Queripal holds the 3rd place position. Cohu holds in 4, Peter's in 5, just left for the 5 on as they go down the back straight for the far side. Mike Clarke riding number 16, looking for 202 in the heats of the Condor Fellows Championship this afternoon. Simon Cohu definitely closing up there in second place. One last determined effort. Mike Clarke seems to be starting up, coming out of that final corner, but Mike Clarke hangs on for the win. Simon Cohu gets the second place position. Third place goes to rider number 3, Anthony Queripal. Fourth place should be no Cohu, and that should give us number 45, James Peters, picking up 5th place. Result then of race number 4, sponsored by S&D Groundworks, a win for number 16, Mike Clarke. Second place goes to number 60, Simon Cohu. And number 3, Anthony Queripal, finishing in 3rd place. 4th, number 1. 5th, number 45.
Well, according to the programme, Nicholas Mallett pushing the bike back to the pitch is actually due out in this race. So coming up to the line for this one. So taking a start, we have our defending champion Mitch Godden on number 9. So let's see what Mitch can do. Can he make it another win on bike number 9, defending Condor Ferry Sundays champion? He runs 2nd at the moment. That's going to Vince Kinchin is taking the lead on that first lap. So can Vince stay there beautifully into the corner? Shot the door on Mitch Godden big time there, but Mitch is now got on the inside line. Vince is going to have to go all the way around the outside. 23 goes next. That's Bryan on the 23 bike, but they're now dropping back a little bit from Vince Kinchin and Mitch Godden, who goes off on the inside of Vince as they go into the Richmond corner. Can he get it turned in and get that bike pointing the right way? Vince could quite easily dive through on the inside. He's got him back as they go along this top straight over the line. It's bike 18 in the lead. That's Vince Kinchin. Runs out gate number 4 for the start. Mitch Godden at gate number 1. He runs 2nd in a row, and Colin was right. Vince is a bit of a sensation, and Mitch has got his work cut out. Head down between the handlebars. Up he comes again alongside him as they go into the what's normally called the wet bend. But Mitch has to go in too deep. Comes out wide, and Vince is going to get him back again along this top straight. Coming up for the last lap flag. It's Vince Kinchin versus Mitch Godden all the way onto the last corner. The battle's going to go right down to the wire. Mitch has got to get in front, and I think he's got to get on the outside this time. He sussed it out, he's on the outside, got to pick up the drag off that back straight to get in front of him. He's got to chop Vince off as they go into the corner. Vince has got that inside line again, bike bucking underneath him as he comes into the corner. Mitch goes out wide, he's going to have momentum. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Vince Kinchin, takes it from Mitch Godden. Nothing in that work too. Coming over the line in 2nd place. That, I think, was Garrod on bike number 12. There was Daniel Winterton on 21, so that number's transposed. Well, we make the result of that one. First, Vince Kinchin, number 18. 2nd place was Mitch Godden, number 9. 3rd was Daniel Winterton riding bike 21, and then Dave Cleal on bike number 8. So a good battle at the front there. That's going to alter the points very slightly because of Vince Kinchin. I don't think he actually scored points prior to that ride. I don't think he actually come out. So we'll get the points after they've all had at least one ride, and We're going to go on to heat number 6 now. I'm going to pass you back to Colin to do this one. And this one is sponsored by TT Projects Limited. And Colin will run down the riders coming out for heat 6.
Right, we move on then to race 6, sponsored by TT Products Limited. Adam Filmer, impressive winner first time out. Robert Teed, Andy Downs, Darren Clarke, Anthony Bougourd, Les Rowland, John Weeks, and Paul Cooper, the riders in action this one. Will Paul get the bike sorted out for this one? Massive opening winning ride then. Rider number 24 goes from gate 1 with Robert Teed next to him, Andy Downs in gate 3, Darren Clarke gate 4, Anthony Bougourd gate 5, Les Rowland's gate 6, John Weeks gate 7 and Paul Cooper fills gate number 8 for heat number 6. Sponsored by TT Products Limited. Good Paul Cooper produced from the outside and film. Paul Cooper next to the right against Andy Bougourd. That's a real big start. Adam Filmer's going to win. Paul Cooper holds the third place with John Weeks in full. That's the top 4. They're moving that top corner for the first time. It's Bougourd and Lee's going to the back straight the first time with Filmer in second place. Cooper looking for a gap prior into Filmer as they go to the back straight on the opening lap. Cooper gets through on the into Filmer and move through into that second place. It's Bougourd leads him and Cooper in second, Filmer in third. These three pulling away from John Weeks who's holding that fourth place position, and someone's gone really wide in the exit back corner. And the guards are clear leader from Filmer in second. Cooper using every inch of track, and Cooper's got 5 problems once again. That's pretty bad right from Paul Cooper. Just worked his way through into the second place position. He's picked up machine problems. Yet again he had machine problems in his first ride, machine problems in his second ride, and that's left it well clear there for Anthony Bougourd. Clear going in to that top then once again. It's still Filmer holds the second place with Weeks in third. That's the top 3. Bougourd leg-trailed his way to complete that one from Filmer pushing hard in second place. It's Weeks who's moved his way up into third place. Number 6 holds the 4th place position. That's Darren Clarke in 4th place. That's the top 4. Number 1 Paul Cooper's got going again in the back of the field, but obviously major mechanical problems. But if he can keep it going, he will pick up some points as Anthony Bougourd leads him on to 4 now, increasing lead all the time over. Adam Filmer's in, moving to that pitch corner on lap number 4. Bougourd leads it, and Filmer's still there in second place. It's John Weeks consolidating that 3rd place position. Still Darren Clarke holds that 4th spot. It's tied for 5th and 6th between number 17, Robert Teed. He's got that 7th place. Paul Cooper again still coasting around with that sick bike as Anthony Bougourd in and out of that top bend then. Anthony Bougourd wins this one. Comprehensive win there for Anthony Bougourd. Adam Filmer picks up the 2nd place position. John Weeks coming across the line in 3rd. Oh, and the 4th place one has dropped in a big way on the exit from that top corner. Safe 4th place there for rider number 8, so number 17. Robert Teed has come through into 4th with number 11. Andy Downs in 5th place with rider number 6, Darren Clarke, dropping it on that final corner. Resulting of heat number 6, a win for number 2, Anthony Bougourd. Second, number 24, Adam Filmer. And 3rd, number 46, John Weeks. 17, number 11.
Right, thanks Colin. Well, I've got a very interesting piece of paper in front of me. I've got the points so far prior to that race. These are unofficial, they're being checked, but they are the points as the lap recorders and scorers make at the moment. This is prior to this last race, remember, so this is up to and including event number 5. In the lead, 16, Mousy Clarke on 16 points. In 2nd place, Mitch Godden on 15 points. In 3rd place, Simon Cohu on 14 points. Next is Anthony Queripal on 13 and Daniel Winterton on 12. That was the points prior to event number 6. But they will of course be subject to correction, and we'll have the official ones at the end of the meeting, when we will be doing a presentation of the Condor Ferries Sand Ace Champion. We'll be receiving their awards at the bottom of the slip soon after the meeting as we can make it. Okay, we're back to the juniors now, event number 10. One more junior to come out apparently. These are the youngsters, so if you're sitting up on the wall, guys, and you're 7 years old and you like what you're seeing, go in a word with mum and dad. Just tell them you want a bike to go sand racing. Don't tell them how much it costs, that's up to them. And come down and join the throng. There's quite a few more this year than we've had in previous years. I believe we still have one more to come out from the pits. Time is ticking away. We can start racing down here from 7 years old. 1 minute for the remaining rider, 1 minute. And then we will be underway with this race for the juniors. Okay, well we're missing, not quite sure who it is. Oh, somebody's gone the wrong way round already. They used the shortened course for them. He's soon going to make it up. So we should see Frankie Bougourd on the 22, which is the whole shot KTM 65cc bike out in front. Plenty of experience has Frankie got in Guernsey, Jersey and French racing. Here he comes in the lead as he goes past us for the first time. Going second is Bradley Matthews on the 65 KTM, and the two Wright brothers on the Bailiwick Skips bikes, they're running together. Ricky Lee and Billy Reese having their usual battle between the two of them. They've been swapping positions for the last couple of meetings. So let's see how they go on, who finishes. Dean Chandler coming through on with number 7. Not having such a good race this time is Dean. He finished second last time out in this meeting. Having a little bit of bother today. He's gone down to a smaller engine from last year. He's down to the 60cc as opposed to the 109 thumper motor he had in the bike last year. So at the moment with the Wright brothers, it's Billy Reese in front of Ricky Lee, and Frankie on his own now on the top straight as Dean Chandler on the ordinary built machine has got a problem, comes to rest just inside the course and still goes second now in the race as Bradley Matthews has already. Frankie Bougourd on the whole shot KTM is up amongst the back markers. And the Wright brothers, it's Billy Reese who is in front of his brother at the moment. They've got one more lap to do, but Frankie Bougourd takes the checker flag, just lapping the second of the Wright brothers. Coming through for second in the race is Bradley Matthews on the 159 KTM 65cc. So the 65s reigned supreme in that race. That was the juniors. The scrambles come out for their race, still only two unfortunately, Phil Fairbrush and Mark King, but I've given them a run at the meeting. Phil starting just a little bit behind Mark, and last time out Mark was riding it like a 500, and certainly he's going to be able to do that again. Just forget he's got 250cc underneath him. He's going to be throwing that bike into the corners as best he can. Tucked down on the seat below the handlebars as he comes into the Richmond end of the beach. Already pulling out a bit of a gap from Phil Fairbrush. Oh, that doesn't sound too healthy for that 167. Mark's struggling on, but I really don't think that bike is all that healthy at the moment. And he's found a bit of power from somewhere to kick back in on him, so he's gone back past Phil Fairbrush. But he's certainly not pulling out as he was last time round. Let's see how these two scrambles bikes do. Maybe Mark has got a problem which seems to have sorted itself out this time round. He's back to his usual style, launching the bike into the corners. These bikes do have limited braking, but they've got brakes and they've got gears, whereas unlike the 500UC racing, they've got very little in the way of brakes and 2 gears. 1 gear, stop gear I do believe. There's only 2 ways to stop a 500, and that's to let it roll to a halt itself or throw it down. Not recommended for the second one. But Mark King now back to his usual self at the front of the field. He's got a good lead over Phil Fairbright, not as big as it was last time round. But Mark now back to his usual riding style that we've been used to. Seeing him come up the back straight into the Richmond corner for the last time. Well experienced on the beach in 4 and 2 wheels. Takes the victory on 2 wheels this time round. Phil's about the same distance back as he was in the last running of the event. And that's how they finish for the Scramblers. And I do believe it is cars next. Got a good field of standard production cars. Nigel Ozan is in the 33 car. If you've got 45 in your programme, he is actually in the 33 car, which is Roger King's Honda. So they should all be down there. We've also got Pierre Rive in the number 7. He's having a busy day looking after his 2 sons on the cadets bikes and racing his V8 Imp. The ex-Kenny Thompson car from Jersey, to a V8 motor in the back of that Imp. And Pierre will use it to good effect in the modified cars. The only other modified car in different class is Colin Bridle. So racing cars and specials away. Ozzy leads away in the G-Line charge of it. Ben Batty's gets the better of it every time with the first part of the race. And Ian Roberts slots into 4th place with the Kawasaki Sentinel. Down the back straight, only 1100cc in the first car, the 31 and 3.5 litre supercharged in the yellow car, number 1 of Ozzy Ozan, who runs second at the moment. So in cars, it's as we were last time. Cohu will be taking the lead. Nigel Ozan in the 33. As soon as he gets past the line, we won't call the production cars to come up to the line. There's Cohu, which would be 4 scaffolding, 4th in order. Follows through after winning the first race. Cole there also in the lead of this one. Now Austin now going to take the forward number 1 car, gets past 31. Not long, I don't think they're back in. He's running all that way. A lot of electrical problems with that 31 car. They're also lost point in the third in the Honda Civic. Down on the back straight, the 18 car rolling to a halt. So he's in a bit of bother down there, inside the course, so he's okay. And Ben Batty's now definitely in trouble in the 31, slowing down the back straight as we get Ozzy Kieran on his own in number 1. And then we've got the 88 car of Ian Lovett, another ex-Jersey chassis. On the 4th of the moment, the racing cars racing with the modifiers, spinning down on the bottom corner. All underway now and sorted out. And 94 John Lee got that car facing the right way. Now the racing cars come around again, comfortably in now by number 1, which is Ozzy Ozan with the G-Line Charger, 3.5 litre over engine in that one. The V8 Imp for Pierre Rive goes well. The ex-Kenny Thompson car from Jersey, quite a few long down this car. And it runs in what is now 2nd place in the class with Ian Lovett, 88. Just running in 3rd with another ZZR motor in the back of that 88 car. Trevor LePage with the Guernsey Metals Allison chassis ZZR is in 4th place. As they all start to come through, and bearded giant killing act again is Evan Chapman in the car. And number 16 of Evan Chapman is only a 1400cc Honda, and he was 3rd in the slow car class, beating a lot of the faster cars and the modified as well. So Ben Batty's just about back up to full song, but lost a lot of time to the leader. So he's actually content with 2 to round 4 for his 5th place in class at the moment. Coming up, I think, next time round, Ozzy The last lap flag. Somebody lost or hold down the back straight. I think that is 31. Ben Batty's still crawling around the outside, trying to get himself some points. But this last lap flag for Aussie Ozan in with number 1. Been racing a number of years down here in all sorts of varied machines, but found his feet with this G1 Charger. In the class is Queripal. Whole cadre of cars going into the wet end for the last time in the race. All sorts of themselves out, come out, all in the right line. Here comes the race winner for the racing cars. Aussie Ozan in car number 1. And the first of 3 cars once again is Cohu in the Formula Scaffolding Ford Granada. That's a 2-litre engine. All the others coming through. Only casualty in that race I think was Godden third. I believe Ben Batiste is still circulating slowly and on his way back to the pits, along with the other drivers. So we come to now another heat race for the Condor Ferry Sand-Based Championship for the lads who are mounting up points. So prior to heat number 6, Clarke from Guernsey was in the lead of this. Let's see how that changes now, because heat 7 is sponsored by Garrod Financial Services, and I'll hand over to Colin to do this one, heat 7.
Thank you very much indeed. As they say, Garrod Financial Services are the sponsors. Adam Thormer, a win and the second place. Mitch Godden, the win and the second place. They clash in this race number 7. Paul Cooper will be absolutely desperate for points, having been in the scoring position in both of his opening rides, but has had machine problems. Bryan has been there or thereabouts all the afternoon. Stephen Taylor's been in the thick of the action as well, so it should be very competitive. Heat number 7. They come then for heat number 7. Paul Cooper leads them out. Let's hope he can get the machinery sorted out. Number 62. As Rowland comes out with him as well. 45 Peters. Mitch Godden needs a win this time. Dean Garrod also over from the UK. Stephen Taylor says he's been in the thick of the action all the afternoon, and Adam Thormer a win and a second place, as has Mitch Godden, got a win and a second place so far. Might be well be Bryan that can't get started up on the top side of the track there, looking towards the pits. You can see a rider being pushed away, can't seem to get started, so a slight delay before we move on to heat number 7. Start that bike over to the pits. It is Bryan that can't get the machine started. He's also gone pretty well in the opening 3 heat. Looks like they're going to go without him for heat number 7, sponsored by Garrod Financial Services. Looking for Paul Cooper and Phillips and Mitch Godden with a cracking start. Stephen gone with him. Looks like Adam Phillips holding the 4th place. Dean Garrod back in about 6 place ago. Up the back straight for the first time. It's Mitch Godden leads. I'm sure that's Paul Cooper pushing hard in that second place position. Adam Phillips got the 3rd with Dean Garrod in 4th place. Stephen Taylor is in 5. That's the top 5 as they move into that Richmond corner on the opening lap. Oh, and Paul Cooper's dropped it now. Will hold in second place. What more can go wrong for Paul Cooper? As Mitch Godden now is the clear leader then from Dean Garrod has gone through into second place. It's Adam Phillips in 3rd. Number 62 holds the 4th place position. Les Rowland is in 4th place. Stephen Taylor is in 5, and St Peters has dropped it now on the running, so it's all in all coming down. 3 have already gone down in this heat as Mitch Godden leads into that top corner once again. A long way clear of Dean Garrod in second place. Adam Filmer trying to close the gap on the second place rider as Godden is the leader then. It's still Garrod in second with Filmer definitely getting close in third. We've lost Peters, we've lost Taylor, we've lost Cooper in this eventful race number 7 as the leader Mitch Godden leg trailing his way down that back straight once again. Big lead over Dean Garrod in second place. Adam Filmer still there in third. 62 Les Rowland holds the 4th place, and just we got the 400 left now in a very eventful heat number 7 as Godden leads him on the last lap with a spectacular wheel down the spray coming up on his back wheels. He leads into the pitch corner 44 time. It's still Dean Garrod in that second place position on for that last lap. Really spread out now as Mitch Godden again popping the wheel back. We've only got 3 left now. We've lost yet another order as number 62 now goes through. There's Rumsey goes through. There's Rowland goes through into that 3rd place position as Mitch Godden gets the winning ride. Mitch Godden gets the winning ride. Adam Filmer, in fact, who dropped it, will hold in 3rd place over on that far side, so that's really not good. Championship chances of out. Dean Garrod comes across the line in 2nd place. And we look back then for number 62, Les Rowland, who looks like being the only other finisher in the eventful race number 7. Race 7, sponsored by Garrod Financial Services, a win for number 9, Mitch Godden. 2nd, number 12, Dean Garrod, and 3rd, number 62, Les Rowland. So riders coming out then for heat number 8, sponsored by Clarke Hotel. Number 1, Cohu comes out. Number 8, Cleal. John Weeks comes out. Anthony Bougourd, Kieran Davidson. Number 97, that's Adrian Cutler, Simon Cohu, and Vince Kinchin has just seen Mitch Godden win that win.
Number 7 imp, so he's now disappeared back off the track, he's well safe away. But we have an out wheel somewhere on the course, I think it's probably gone off course, so that's the V8 imp out of the running. And if you're right, lucky to keep that one on, so hold. But still the dual charger of Aussie Ozan, car number 1 in the race lead. And a battle coming for the lead in the saloon car class, because we have Cohu, who's 202. He's still there in that race lead, but 33 is Nigel Ozan, and he's not that far behind him now. So pressuring the 2-litre Granada with the 2-litre Prelude. As we count down laps for the cars. No change with the racing car side of things. Got 3 of them still running. Trevor LePage runs second there with the Allison ZZR motor in the back of that chassis. Right, not that far behind him with the actually Phillips car from Guernsey, the 88 car. And he's running through at the moment in front of the lap car. Production car wise, it's still Carl Warbridge with the 2-litre Granada. Sasaki in the back of the X-Grass track chassis. So this is now race lead going down the back straight. The orange car 88 to Ian Robert is in the race lead. And also the battle going on for the production car. That's first race, because Carl Warbridge is in front of Nigel Ozan just. But there's a back marker in the way. It's Eric Trump, hardly a back marker in the 1400 Civic, and Trevor LePage goes back to the front as they come around on the last lap. It's checker flags next time for single-seaters. The Duron Charger is underway again, but outside of the course I do believe there's going to be a win for Trevor LePage with the Guernsey Metals. As he crosses the line for 3rd place in the racing cars, and he will not quite make it in front of Carl, the Formula scaffolding car. Takes the win for production cars, and all the others are now taking a second flag.
Well, we go on into heat number 10, sponsored by the Commercial Trade Centre. Stephen Taylor, very eventful afternoon. Anthony Bougourd was going really well, but of course had problems on the last lap of his last ride. Simon Cohu has been in the thick of the action all the afternoon. Adam Philman now needs points after having that disappointing 3rd ride. We've got Adrian Cutler just coming in front of us to settle in his position at the grid. Sad to see that Paul Cooper has come all the way over from England, has failed to score from 3 rides for one reason or another. Anthony Bougourd, the last rider to come into line for what should again be a very eventful race number 10. Looks to me as if Stephen Taylor could be out on one of Daniel Winterton's bikes for heat number 10. I say sponsored by the Commercial Trade Centre. Moving to line then for heat 10 of the Condor Sundays Championship for 2007. Particularly quick away, just looking at the line, so on the inside, gets through on the inside inside, then Cohu's going to get gone back round the outside. They're going back straight for the first time. Cohu leads it, the Bougourd in second place. Bougourd leg trailing his way and dives on the inside. The lead going into that top corner for the first time. And super action between these two. One takes the inside line, one takes the outside line. They come to complete the only left is Bougourd leading the Cohu. What's up to Rowland film is right at the back after a very interesting opening line. Simon Taylor, he made a good start as well, but Stephen Taylor made a good start. He's back in 7th place as it's Bougourd leads it from Cohu in 2nd place. That's the top two going into that top then on the second lap then. Come into the complete two then. Bougourd leads it from Cohu in 2nd. It's still holds the third. Cutler got up to 4th place. Still Cohu is in 5th. Is in 6th. They've got Stephen Taylor on that lap as Anthony Bougourd leads into that top corner once again. The gap starting to stretch between himself and Simon Cohu in that race for 1st and 2nd place. Last lap player then for Anthony Bougourd. Takes a lot of the behind him. Place position from number 8. They still hold that 3rd place. Cutler's up to 4th place. That's the top 4. Bill Cohu in 5. They're going over back straight once again. Simon Cohu starting to close that up on Anthony Bougourd as they go into the top corner. 45 time. Look at the gap close on the entrance as Bougourd got problems on the inside because Cohu is coming right round the outside. Bougourd holds it tight. Nice to be a race for the line. Just Anthony Bougourd from Simon Cohu gets the 2nd place position. Then Cleal gets the 3rd. Looking for the 4th place rider who is number 97, Adrian Cutler in 4th place. Bill Cook 62 is the next rider across the line. Followed by 24 and number 1. Result then of heat number 10, sponsored by Commercial Trade Centre, a win for number 2, Anthony Bougourd. 2nd number 60, Simon Cohu, and 3rd number 8, Dave Cleal. 97, 62, 24, and number 1. We move on to race 11, sponsored by J.A. Biggs, Mike Peters, Dean Garrod, James Peters, Mike Clarke, the meeting leader at the moment, Paul Cooper, Bryan, Mitch Godden, and Nick Mallett. 37 Mike Peters again will be a non-starter due to mechanical problems. Mitch Godden leads them out for race number 11 then, followed by Nick Mallett, number 16, Mike Clarke, who is the joint race leader, number 23, Bryan Peters, number 45, Dean Garrod, number 12. One rider trying to practice start on the way to line for race number 11 is number 111, that's Paul Cooper. Coming into line then, what could be a crucial heat number 11, looking for number 16 and number 9 to make the start. First time it's Mitch Godden leads with Paul Cooper in 2nd place. Looks like number 16 Mike Clarke has got the 3rd place. Dean Garrod is in 4th place. Peters goes through the 5 as somebody makes a mistake on the outside of that pit's corner. It's Mitch Godden leads with Paul Cooper in 2nd. Can Paul keep the bike going this time to prove what a talented rider he can be? As Mitch Godden's got a clear lead now as they completely open from Paul Cooper. Dean Garrod in 4th place. Peters has got 5. Garrod in 6th after 6. So they straight down the back straight once again. It's Godden who still leads it. Cooper trying to close the gap in 2nd place. Park definitely getting closer to Cooper's at half in the back trail lap number 2 as Mitch Godden continues to dominate at the front then. And Paul Cooper, has he pulled it again? Not again. Yes, he's pulled it again with the 2nd place there. But again, machine problems. As Godden leads it from Clarke in 2nd place. Dean Garrod now moves up to the 3rd place position. It's still Cohu in 5. They'll pretty well spread all on the track at the moment now. A long track start from Mitch Godden, half in the back straight on lap number 3 in race number 11. Going to pick up crucial points here by beating Mike Clarke in this heat 11. It is Godden the leader on to this time from Clarke. Down the back straight, the spray coming up with his back wheel at number 9, Mitch Godden, the reigning champion. Out to take his crown again this time. Down wheelie, halfway down that back straight, leads into that top corner for the Cromwell time. Impressive heat wind coming up again for Rowland number 9, Mitch Godden. Mitch Godden gets the winning ride. That's no wheelies, he crosses the line there. We look back for Mike Clarke, who should be coming across the line in second place. Mike Clarke comes across the line in second place. Good race going on for third and fourth places. And Bryan Pillow's working his way through in the third. The Garrod is in fourth. James Peters in fifth place. The result of that race, in a win for number 9, Mitch Godden. Second, number 16, Mike Clarke. And third, number 23, that's Bryan Pillow. 12 and 45. In the next race, race 12, Andy Downs will be riding number 97 and not number 11.
B final, which will be first, then the A final. We have coming out. Bike 46, that's John Weeks, he's got gate number 1. Darren Clarke on bike number 6 goes to gate 2. Vince Kinchin should be in gate number 3 on bike 18. Then Robert Teed on bike 17. Kieran Davidson is on 53. Daniel Winterton, we're asked to check out. He was third in the points. He needs to add up. He was on 21. Anthony Queripal is on number 3, and Andy Downs is riding bike 97. So thanks to Adrian Cutler for loading him the bike. This is the last point scoring chance for these 8 riders. One more on the way down to us. That's Kieran Davidson, 53. His ambition to win a heat race. So it's his last chance to do it. His daughter would love him to do it, I'm sure. This is Kieran's last chance. Let's all root for him. So moving towards the line for the last heat. Qualifying for the Condor Ferry Sundays Championship 2007. Waiting for them to move into line. Daniel Winterton led into the corner first. We'll see who comes out down that back straight. Vince Kinchin, who takes the lead down that back straight, with Daniel Winterton going through in the second. So Vince, looking for points for a very, very talented rider. We've seen that this afternoon. Just didn't get a very good start to the meeting. Let's hope he has a good entry with a heat win. He is the lead. On bike number 3. After they go past us. 1, 2, 3, getting a bit spread out now down that back straight. 4th, 5th and 6th is quite interesting with the battle going on down there. But the leader, Vince Kinchin, already breaking away in that first place. Cross the line down to over Daniel Winterton. Down to that second place. Gate number 1, Robert Teed goes next, number 17. He's up in 5th place, you'll be happy with that. Could be a change down the back straight. Daniel went a little bit wide up there, and Anthony Bougourd going to slingshot him on the inside into the Richmond corner. Vince Kinchin, meanwhile, is still well out in front. And we do have a new second place rider. They come back off with Anthony Bougourd. Daniel looks to be in line, 21. It's Rowland. Top straight, so he's dropping down the order, going to give it another lap if he can, but it's Vince who's going to take this one. Vince Kinchin coming around for the last time to take the checkered flag, get himself another heat win, he'll be happy with that. Anthony Queripal comes through for second place on bike number 3. He'll be very happy with that one. And over the line for third place, I think that 46. I think 97 maybe was lapped, I'm not quite sure, we'll check with the official results on that one. Well, Daniel Winterton broken down on the back straight, so he's going to attempt to push the bike over the finish line. If he crosses through the checkered flag, he will get finish points. The Guernsey Stamp Company for Heat 9 as Daniel Winterton takes the checkered flag. Well done, that man. I think we'll all have to buy him a beer tonight. So he's going to be loaded up into the trailer and taken back to the pits. Colin's up in the other caravan now, getting the points and the positions for the B final and the A final. That's going to be run after the next two events. And of course we must say thank you as well to Condor for being the overall sponsors of the event known as the Condor Ferries Sand Ace Championship 2007. Immediately after the A final, we're going to make our way to the bottom of the slip as quickly as possible, and we will be doing the presentation at the bottom of the slip for the juniors, the cadets and the 500 championship, and the Condor Ferries Championship champion will be crowned down there. Well, the juniors out on track for another race for themselves. Come down now to 3 laps just so we don't run out of time to do the main A and B finals. So 1 lap to go for Anthony Bougourd on the 22. He's led all the time and he's now doing it again. Second place is 159, which is Bradley Matthews, runs second. We're coming round now to complete a lap. So little Josh Lambourne, are he going to make it over the line without being lapped? I think he is, yes he is. Josh Lambourne crosses the line and Frankie Bougourd doesn't lap him after 3 laps, so that's pretty good going. So Josh with a big smile on his face. Kieran Bradley Matthews, sorry. Kieran, where'd that one come from? He comes through for second place on the KTM. And then we got Dean Chandler on the number 7, getting a clap from his dad as he crosses the line. They're going to pump that bike up now and he's going to fly back to Alderney. So we thank Dean and his dad for giving us entertainment for today and then meeting with a 3rd place. Martyn gave himself a bit of a late start there to make a race there, catch up to Phil Fairbosh. And first at the moment, the bike captain for the club this year, he is leading away. Is Martyn going to catch him up? Oh, Mark's making a race of it. He's going to have to wipe his visor after the 20, he's going to have some sand on it. So into the wet bend they come. Traditionally known as the wet bend. It's not very wet today really. The whole course is wet. So Martyn still in the lead on the 167, riding it like a slider. And he's got the lead now from Ferbs. But I definitely think we need to see Martyn on a slider. I think he will show them the way to go. He's riding it like a slider. So into the Richmond end of the course for the last time. Alright, make that the penultimate time. Checkered flag, next time round for Martyn. Straight away to it. He sat on the line cleaning his visor and now he's underway. He's going to be a 1-2 for a 167, gauge 7. flag for those two guys.
The silence will come off something as they go down the back straight, so I think that may have been the Garrod who lost the silence or one of the single seaters, but we've got three of them outside into two-on charger of Aussie Ozone. That sounds a little bit noisier than normal, we've got show through exhaust pipes on that one. Track on the hills next, 88. That's the Winterton motor in that he's joined Kieran. He's in second place in class for the three cars, actually a 1400 as he goes to second in the race. Noise goes out with the 2 litre prelude around the outside. Right to make the outside line, but at the moment the Hunter's got the advantage. In car 50. Nigel going really well with the 37 almost out of the course as he comes back in. And that was the place to close the line is and he now tries to take the inside line so the rain of the 1400 lasted for a couple of laps in second place. As they head down the back straight, the rest of the modified cars is the production cars is going for a complete win sequence today for the car event. He hasn't been beaten so far in production cars. Charger, 3.5 litre of Rowland engine with a supercharger on top, extra fucking car from Jersey. That car goes back to the 80s. It's still going very well. Going right out to the course down on the back corner, but back into the course he can't see into the beach. Start finish line with a bike start now. Last race for the day for the cars. And the leader of the race cars, production, because we've got Cohu who's coming across the line into the line. He's got one more lap to go, but the overall winner is Aussie Ozone in car number 1 for the racing cars. And all the others come to all each other now to pay their points. Green, a final test of this was on his last lap of the corner. He actually caught the marker barrel with the 77 Fiesta, so we'll have a short trip back to the pits.
So Anthony Bougourd, first one coming out to the line. Bit of a disappointing meeting for Anthony really, because last year he finished second to Mitch Godden in the A final. That's not to be this year, because he's going to at best get a win in the B final, and as we said, he does not join the back of the A final. It's on points totals only, so the top 8 are in the A final, the next 8 are in the B final, and that's who we've got coming out now for the Condor Ferries Sand Ace Championship. Counting down 2007. Don't forget, we will be doing the presentation of the top 3 in the championship at the bottom of the slip at the end of the meeting. Now the riders have, I believe, drawn their grid, they've drawn their starting gate, and so that is lining up in order that they drew out. We are counting down to the end of the meeting. The tide, I believe, is on the move up, so it's imperative that we get these two races done to conclude the meeting. Any riders still in the pits, not ready to get ready. And also can the riders for the A final get ready and get their grids drawn so we can have them out to the line. So as they disappear around, somebody riding out down the bottom, oh that's Darren Clarke, he'll be hugely disappointed with that. The right comes to a halt on the drive end, but back to the web end is Anthony Bougourd. Can he redeem his values today and get a win in the B-final? Extensive experience all over the UK and in Germany. Anthony goes second, Bryan goes second on 23, then 12 is Dean Garrod on bike number 12. That's your top three, and they're fairly well spread out. Trouble for the 23, Bryan, I think it is, coasting down the back straight. He's had a disappointing afternoon as well, but it's Anthony Bougourd from Guernsey into the top straight, getting in a big lead. He is glass track and German experience to good use. Second is number 12, Dean Garrod, and then 11 is Andy Downs. Come through just briefly into that third position. Yeah. So the Bryan has gone back just right. Takes the last lap flag on bike number 2. Second place is Dean Garrod on bike 12. Battle going on to third place here. It's 46, John Weeks. With 11, that's Andy Downs battling for that position. As we come on to another lap, where's Anthony Bougourd? He's not coming very quickly round that back straight. He's coming in onto the top straight. Up comes the front wheel from Anthony. He tried twice to get it up and it didn't work, but he wins the B-final. Second place is 12 for Dean Garrod. It's going to be 46 John Weeks. And Andy Downs comes over the line as well. We'll give you the result as we make it here in a moment. There's Adam Filmer, who had a disappointing meeting from his standards. He was expecting better things, but he's finished the B-final, so he will get himself some points. So, result of the B-final of the Condor Ferries Sundays Championship. Anthony Bougourd crossed the line first. Number 12, Dean Garrod was second. 46, John Weeks third. 17, Robert Teed. And then Andy Downs on bike number 11 and Adam Filmer on bike 24. We come now to the big one. It's going to decide the Condor Ferries Sundays Championship 2007. And I'm going to ask Colin to do the honours for the last race.
Thank you very much indeed. So it's the top 8 riders for the Condor Sundays Championship for 2007 in point scoring order. Going into this final for choice of gates, Mitch Godden, the defending champion, comes into view now. He's obviously already chosen his gate up in the pits. He will have first pick. Mitch Godden, rider number 9. Be interested to see Anthony Bougourd, who just won that one, went for about the middle of the grid when he had first pick for the B final. Be very interested to see which gate Mitch Godden chooses for this Condor Sundays Championship A final. I think he's only been beaten once this afternoon. That was by Vince Kinchin in there, I think the second heat. And where's Mitch going to go? A bit nearer to the inside, I think, than what Anthony did. So he's chosen his gate there. We look back to the pits. The next rider should be Mike Clarke to come out to choose his gate position. Right, next rider to come into view should be rider number 16, Mousie Clarke, to take the second choice of gates. Clarke, he's obviously already chosen in the pits. Simon Cohu comes out, Bill Cohu comes out, Daniel Winterton proving that long push was very worthwhile. He got those extra points he needed to get him into the final, and Daniel almost clipped in on videos there as he came by to go into the start line. Vince Kinchin, the last rider to come, has done very well to qualify for the A file. Of course, had a disappointing opening ride when he failed to score. So a great Condor Sundays Championship 2007 final in prospect. They come into line then for the Condor Sundays Championship 2007 start. Daniel Winterton forward they go in the top corner the first time. Mitch Godden gets on into Vince Kinchin. Clarke has got the third place. Winterton falls they go down the back straight for the first time. Mitch Godden made the start. That could be crucial. Kinchin's pushing hard in second with Clarke in third. Winterton in fourth. The top boards like Simon Cohu in fifth place, and Mitch Godden taking a real wide line coming out of that top corner. Vince Kinchin closing up Clarke in second. That's the top five as they go to the back straight once again. It's still Godden who leads him. Kinchin trying to close that gap. Clarke's definitely getting close in third. He's getting closer to Kinchin, and that's got him in second and third. Now Daniel Winterton's got him under pressure for that fourth place position. It is still Mitch Godden, the wide on again on the exit from that top turn. He leads it down. Kinchin holding that second place. It's still Clarke in third. Cleal is on the back to five. Cleal is in sixth. Cohu is in seventh. Bill Cohu is in eighth. That's the eighth. They go to the back straight once again, and Godden's extending his lead in front. Kinchin can't close the gap in second. That's the top two as they go into that top corner once again. White on Mitch Godden almost came down in the middle of that top bend. It very well indeed to stop on there. He's still leading Kinchin, close the gap starting in second. It's still Clarke in third. Queripal close in fourth. Winterton surrounds on the five. Cleal in sixth. Rowland in seventh. Cohu in eighth. That's the eighth. They go to the back straight once again. First and second look to be settlers. Still a good race going on, but third, fourth and fifth places. Daniel Winterton coming back into contention. He's got the bike going again. Look at that fourth place of Simon Cohu. They go into the top corner once again. Then Vince Kinchin in second place. He'll be tight for the minor place. Determined effort. And Clarke just gets him. And Cohu in four. Winterton gets five. Bryan and Cleal cross the line together for 6 and 7. And looks like Bill Cohu, the last rider to come across the line. So Mitch Godden only dropped one set of points this afternoon. That was when he was beaten by Vince Kinchin in the second or third set of rounds, but he got the start. That was crucial. Vince Kinchin tried all he knows. He couldn't close the gap, so they're all coming round on a lap of honour. So showing appreciation then for the riders in the Condor Sundays Championship final for 2007, retaining his title, coming across the line with a wheelie, number 9. Mitch Godden, he wins the 2007 Championship. Tremendous performance there by Mitch. Vince Kinchin has come through to get the second place on the point. Got the third. Vince Kinchin comes across the line now. Mousie Clarke comes across the line. Followed by number 8. Number 12, Daniel Winterton. Tremendous effort again from Daniel. Always 110% from Daniel on these occasions. Bill Cohu comes across the line now, and the last rider to come across the line, it's Mitch Godden again on his second lap of honour. Your result then of the Condor Sundays Championship final for 2007. A win for number 9, Mitch Godden. Second, number 18, Vince Kinchin. And third, number 16, Mousie Clarke. 60. 2, 3, 8, and number 1. Yes, number 21, of course, in 5th place, Daniel Winter, not number 2, it's number 21, he had just number 2 left the number. So 9, 18, 16, 60, 21, 3, 8, number 1.
The third place of the drive for juniors is Adrian Chap. Did have a very good start from Vince, but boy did he make up for it. 18, Vince Kinchin. Okay. 2007 was it better? Well, there's one person we can ask if it's better. He's won it again, Mitch Godden, like to win! That's some goodness from Congo, amateur club. I think he's military, handshake. Well, I'm more than sure that was done.